Okay, well, hello again, friends. Thank you for joining. Welcome back to the Hot Start FPO. We are back at Ortho. The aeroplane is serviceable after that graceful landing last time. And we are positioning to Frankfurt. So, let's get that show on the road. I've got one passenger down because on SimBrief you can. So, I think there's 11 seats on the aircraft and a jump seat, so you can have 3 crew. We'll count the seats when we get up there. I have got not too bad. The Ortho's on for the UK, but not for Europe because I'm sure we don't get there. And I have found an old USB hub. I was waiting for a power adapter for it, for the G1000 hub now. So hopefully, it doesn't cause any issues.
Welcome to Hot Start Flight Support. How can we help you today?
So we are off in ATIS. There's not going to be any packs. We're probably not going to get going at 6. Try 3 of us. Probably need some fuel. GP. It's cold out, so do we need an air start unit? I mean, in reality, yes, I can get the aeroplane up without using the APU. But I'm not sure I can be. 0 packs.
Of course, Captain. I'll get that organized for you right away.
So let's head outside to our dusty jet. She is a blown in the wind. See, it's getting sunsetting frames hard there, so let's that turned down, and now we're solely CPU, but somewhat acceptable. It is a really nice livery. This there is a paint kit. I think somebody's hence why you get the good from about there, but a little bit worse. Come up. Anyway, let's jump into the jet. Did you take these off? AIRBORNE report today about going in there, stow the covers in the door, and these while I'm here. Teleported. We can't do it just yet. And take the pins out. The aeroplane is chocked, which is interesting. So let's chock it to be sure. No other covers. Of course, you check and everything around. Unload any baggage or the crew baggage today, and you can log it inside the baggage. I thought I set the chocks last time, so we've still got to do the nose pin. Let's jump into the jet. First of all, signed on VATSIM. And then through the checks. So circuit breakers, I think any have popped. You can look along the back, and there's those ones to check. And overhead switches off. Overhead bright for departure. Stand up anyway. The gear steering is off, as is the hardware. And the gear lever down on both. Light support. Yeah, manual release down here. Stowed AGG. Stowed. Test on. We're not going to do safety equipment check. External check apart from that. In. So I just need to set these windows up every time, which is station. Oh, that might not work now that I've moved it. That's a pickle. Is there anything about that? Probably not. Disaster. Why have we just disconnect? So I've moved the monitors over to realistic. In that case, if I do this, if first comes first, can't move it. Okay, interesting. Anyway, that's that sorted. That's probably not quite in the middle of the screen, particularly. What I do need to then do set my full screen lower so that I cover up the instruments and see a shield pretty much there. I think. Right. So, faff over hardware wise. Let's pop ground power available. Battery master on. Screen works. And I've still got a lot of these to set up. The electrics, 25, we need 2. The FireX monitor is down. Squibs, okay. 2 okay. Fire detect warning.
All right, Captain. Fuel truck is hooked up. Just let me know how much fuel you need. Or would you like to go tanks full today?
Jet pipe overheat.
Do that in a moment. Checked all those cautions. So we'll pop the APU on now. Just quickly do the calculation. We need 2460. Got to 1010. Need 1450. Divided by 0.822 gives us 1764. Close enough.
All right, I'm gonna go start up the pump.
Okay, with that in mind, the CPU power on. Visible buses on. And nav lights on. Going to start the pump, so let's go and do the fuel panel, shall we? So, lamp test, cutoff test. Did they open automatically? Because they should have. Did he do that? Difficult to tell with these. They're not particularly clear, the switches. I don't know if you are watching, as always, say hi. So, cockpit lights set, lamp check. Down here, they all work. I can't check it the other way. You might be. Data. So we make this. Yes, we do. Air rack changeover. days. Anti-skid. Best. Comes on. So, nose door, we want to make sure that's clear. Put 3A on. Think about it. And why it stutters. Yeah. There's the switch. So, hydraulic pump is on. Hydraulic gauge up. The brakes 3000 psi. Before we go on. So the nose door is indeed closed. And check the pumps. So, come on, they step off. On. Cautions are just a little bit too early. So we get cautions we have. So all on auto and 3A is on. Power. So externals in use.
Refueling is complete, Captain. Do you need anything else? Okay, just one quick signature on here, and I'll be on my way.
Grand's worth of fuel there.
Here's a copy for your records. Have a nice day.
Start ignition panel out. Fuel panel. Come on. Left on. Gravity on. On. Left goes off. That's on, they stay on. Off, they stay on. That's off. That comes on, that goes off. That comes off. They go off. Days. Cautions. APU, LCD, and shuts the panel off. Pressurization panel down. Listed as manual. It's off. Full eliminates. And goes away. The landing elevation is not shown on this one. Lido flight plan. Not shown on the star either. Let me get an approach chart up. Landing. Elevation 13 HP. 6. Oh. Out that. It's close enough. 3050 again, so somewhere around there. It's fully left. Check it. Have. So test.
Bleed air duct.
A. B. So supplementary are all out. Should probably just go through the checklist, but I genuinely can't hear, which does not. Try and connect to VATSIM again. Your approach is online. Good. So, Cal. And on down to normal. Would they come on? No. That's fine. It's these. Okay. Shit.
Wing overheat.
Checked. Did I do that too early? Sure, that was the check. Emergency lights. Well, we can check them. On. Caution comes on. Goes off. Set back to on. Don't need crew. So actually, goes in auto. ELT is on. Their shield, what's our initial 3000? Three one. Set 200 Archer. See what the radar is. No terrain radar. It's 250, so set that.
Issue traffic, landing 27 right, DME4.
Oh, Heathrow's gone online, that's irritating. Flip the frequency. Oh no, I suppose. Sensible.
Director Walker 434, when
And we'll just turn Sieve off. There is ATIS 128075. I'll tune that here.
Heathrow information, Golf. Time 1550 Zulu. Automatic. Arrival runway 27 right, departure runway 27 left. Transition level, flight level 65. Surface winds 240 degrees 8 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more, no cloud detected. Temperature +9, dew point +4. QNH 1033. Acknowledge receipt of information, Golf. And report.
So that at least gives us the runway direction that is being used. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, whoever's watching. Say hi in chat. Can't promise to speak to you. Passenger sign's done, EOT's done, glare shield's done, oxygen check, T1 check, CVR and audio panels check, SPS. Deactivates the stick pusher. able to do those at the same time, and I can't. SFD set 1033 gives us 1. Close enough. 3050. High pressure. Clock. I've been playing around with that, and I'm still not quite sure how to get it working. When it comes to flight time, it's not that clear. EFIS, ECAS, clear. Gabe, overheat is here.
Viewer bay overheat.
Fail checked. Tools are all out. Test.
Glide slope. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind
Yeah.
shear. Wind shear.
Those are
Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
thrust reversers. So these now work. See? And I can check those, but still do anything. Save caution. Could go away in a moment. Can on them. Of course, can check if those works. Set back off. Speed switches are both on. There, you should be able to see on. Yes. Caution. Or good. Smoke detector, I can't quite see.
Smoke. Smoke.
Okay, I should be able to do the trip test now, so on. M2 in op. Disconnect. On. Disconnect. On. On. Damper can come on as well. It's all out. Normal. The rest should be aligned. CPDLC we can't do. ECAS test is down here. ATIS clearance, there is no one to get clearance from London.
TCAS system test OK.
Flight plan, wind update, and I should have started. Get it. So, it's in data link. So, index, menu, so I think, okay, interesting. I may just be an idiot and it may just go into the secondary. It does, so it may have worked before. So transfer that. And then if we go back to lead off because the AP sense. So it's not really a passenger. To 420, we want 60. Oh, and I bet what I've actually done is so close enough. We're going up to flight level 3. We haven't put the alternate in, but the alternate is EL 830. Don't know if that'll disappear without one. I've got a 0 fuel weight 12645. Close enough. 060, yeah, that'll probably. UK goes to taxi, that one. So, tip back. Has remained. That's good. Get. Oh no, so that is all in. So, not arrive, we know it's going to be too far here. Deadling. Sort the arrival on. It is dry. Know what the weather is, we know it's 9 degrees. Expect the wind to be pretty similar to 408. See, high pressure drops the pressure altitude. It's just off of that, colder than ISA, so we get density as well. 985. I go from the intersection, but again I don't know what the distance is. 82. It is. So, I mean, there is third off of that. 1200 should easily be able to make it, so I will take an intersection. And at some point, I might even measure it. That change the speeds, I think. So, switch 2 of those. Forget how. Those speeds. Good. Interesting, if not challenging, departure to try and smooth it. So still no ATC. That suits us. Takeoff data charts done. Flight instruments. Got the standby nav aids set up. Departure briefing where we are going to self-taxi out to Bravo 1. Turn on to 25. And the deadlift departure is straight ahead 700 left, turn right. Direct Chiltern NDB. Right 064 Park. At 3. 3 for actually. Climbing to 4 at WARTHOG, so it'll be vertical speed probably to try and moderate the pull. Stopping at 5, and if we've got no ATC, we follow that 5 count. Pins, covers, yes, we chocks out. Now, cabin lights, whoever's in the back can deal with that, and what we'll do is start again. So chocks are out. The APU starting up. Degrees in the cabin, that's particularly. So the APU is available. Let's connect. Ground power. Wait a couple of minutes. Lead air. And seems to wait for. Shut the door. WAC isolation valve. And I know I haven't given it, but I don't think. Any damages. Pop the packs on. Effectively good to go, so I can't hear him do it. One. Call one. Just see that out the corner of my eye. I don't think I've got a key map to this anymore. It's actually going to be a real problem. No, just quickly while I think about it.
Here's our traffic, speedbird 312, runway 27 left, taking off. Elstree traffic, Golf Bravo, November, Sierra Golf. Above the golf course VRP routing for a straight in approach, runway 26.
Oh, I should probably pick checklist, shouldn't I? So it's not. That. Air start unit, did we? No. Can do. Firm. Just do that.
Flight compartment checklist. AC and DC electrics. Engine start checklist. Doors.
Checked.
Closed. Parking brake and pressure. Checked and set. Fuel quantity and balance.
Flight 2, good morning.
40 kilos.
Beacon.
Golf, clear for pushback.
On. Fuel boost pumps. On. Ignition.
What are we in? Even day. Oh no.
Armed. Engine 2 start.
Okay, so engine 2. So 20 less turning. On at 25. I know you guys can't see this, but dark go out as well.
Fuel system.
So for the first flight of the day, both of these off. Left and right pump, and then we should get the single left caution. Do.
Engine 1 start.
So N2 comes up pretty quickly, ITT. Low. Turning. Come on.
Engine start checklist complete. After start checklist, next.
I don't think there's any. Okay, well the gen cautions have come on and that's expected.
After start
traffic
checklist.
shuttle 8
Generator 1 and 2.
lining up runway 27 left.
Ugh.
On, checked AC and DC. Ignition. Disarmed. Packs. On. 14th stage. Open. Cowl anti-ice. On, check 45 seconds. Flight controls.
Okay, I have got that displayed. Good. Off. Left rudder. Right rudder.
Ground spoilers.
So we go with SARM. And there. Go to ARM. Redeploy. Back. Tracked.
Flight spoilers.
Where I have to check. See that look, they all come up halfway closed. They will stow.
Cowl anti-ice.
Yes.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice. Test on. Fuel balance.
We're at 50 kilos.
Trims.
So you're meant to check first one, I think, but they're all set neutral.
No steer. Armed. APR.
So hit. On OK. Okay.
ADG unit.
Down here. I came on.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice.
We should have started the chrono.
Cowl anti-ice. Off. Wing anti-ice. Norm. 14 stage isolation valve. Wing anti-ice.
Which we have? Yellow we have.
Checked. Off. ATS.
It won't because I don't pressed it yet.
N1 TO. ATC TCAS.
So 2000 is going to remain set, still no ATC. So
TARA. After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist next.
Okay, so what I didn't do was do the hand signals for the starts, did I? That was bad. So we might as well taxi.
Taxi checklist. Taxi lights. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
Okay, we don't need them.
Brakes and steering.
Check in a moment. So let's put the ATC on. Let's check clear left. Clear right. Brake off. Way. No. What happened there?
52, entering runway 27 left. Request takeoff.
Request, there's no one to request, buddy. So, steering correct.
Reverse thrust.
I just have to do both of them.
If taxiing the de-ice, pause checklist here until vapor de-ice checklist is complete. Flaps. 20. Altimeters. Set and cross-check. Radar weather. On. Takeoff briefing. Taxi checklist complete.
Okay, so I do need... Let's have... Online. There we go, taxiing's bad. Sorry, Bam Bam. I do not speak what I assume is Spanish, sir.
Before takeoff checklist. Passenger signs. Advised on. Anti-collision light. On. Probes. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
Not required.
Continuous ignition.
Approaching 2-5.
On. ATC TCAS. TARA. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel. Checked. CAS. Takeoff config OK.
Checked. On runway
Landing
07200 meters.
On.
Remaining.
Before
Flaps.
takeoff
Flaps.
complete. After takeoff checklist next.
Oh, I said we were going to take an intersection departure, didn't I? Oh well. No shame in going down to the end. Only a couple of minutes late. So, should be clear from the Heathrow traffic. With all the chaos, stick to the charted altitudes. In the dark in my sim is, sadly. It's not that dark outside, it's actually quite nice.
Current 526,000 for flight level 240, good day.
On runway 25. Flaps. Flaps.
Is that head shake, I guess. Under traffic, prefect 99, taking off at runway 25, North Old Delhi. Under traffic. So we are good to go. Let's see if I get the flight timer working. Push. TS engaged. Gonna come up pretty quick. Let's rotate. positive rate. Gear up. You can arguably go flaps up as well. So we are above 7. What I am going to do is was a bit much, wasn't it? What can I say? I'm trying my best. Clearly not good enough. And well and truly out of trim. So let's get the autopilot on. To at least outhold us. So that's interesting, right? ATS is on. Going. EP is on. Why are we descending?
After takeoff checklist.
That was a bit sketchy.
Landing gear. Up. Flaps. 0. Thrust reversers. Off. Ignition. Off. Pressurization. Checked. PAX transition.
So, Chilton at 3, Ortho at 4.
Completed. N1. Climb set. APU generator. Off. APU. Shut down. Passenger signs.
That's fine.
CAS.
Clear.
After takeoff checklist complete.
So we want to be 4,000 of Ortho and vertical speed to moderate that. Definitely more practice required, and look, that seems to be getting us back on track. Then we're going to need to rapidly be at 5. Oh, Heathrow approach is on. Brand.
Traffic issue 1 time Tango Echo departing runway 25. Come to Bravo approaching.
So, not the best departure. I was doing alright to put the autopilot in. It'll teach me. Speed. So just because we are coming into a little bit of cloud, and you can see actually Frames aren't doing too bad considering we've got info that was unnecessary.
One traffic, Takeoff 206, departing runway 26.
So 1003 DME, that's about right, doesn't it? We're going to be 5,000 all the way around. Close enough. Fiesta Finesse does work. So VNav out, select capture, it's fine. Wind it up to 390. So we're lightly loaded, we've got no passengers. We have to smooth out. Joseph, hello. What can I say? It's a challenge. You've seen I've only done a couple of flights if you're following. And it frazzles my brain. I am still behind the aeroplane. It's not difficult to fly, it just seems twitchy near the ground. Control response at 50%. I did have it at 100, but it felt a bit too sluggish. And then the augmentation, 0. The circuits I was doing were quite good, just all the other landings, but if you've got the money, it is fantastic. I would say if you have got it, definitely get it. But it is incredible, and I'd support the dev just for that. London is certainly costing us quite a bit of time, isn't it? Thanks, it's not bad. I want to get a little bit more flexibility around here. If I was at about 35, 40, I'd be quite happy. When it dips down 24, it's great. But yeah, especially, you've seen the hardware there. See what it runs on. As you can see, I need to play with the lighting to get it a bit better. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Maybe I need to double check head shake to see head. Anyway, see, there's a little bit of wind at 5,000 foot, 26 knots. Pretty windy. easy going to Detling. Running. .43 caused something of an issue. Let me just check his routes. Going to red first, so let's go flight level change. Standard, and that's a bit brutal. Do I really have to clear the restriction? Well, that's annoying. If I really have to get rid of it, legs, delete them out. Have to. That's not good, is it? The aeroplane was just a bit sluggish there. Could have smoothed that out a bit. Bad flying, eh? Appreciate we are pitching up a big angel. Oh, well, there's a lesson for learning. Get rid of restriction. Chill us out a bit. I think something 75. Going up to 3 anyway. It's a bit of a waste of time, wasn't it? Oh, hardware versus aeroplane. There's a difficult choice. SSD is key, really. I would have an SSD. Absolutely anything. Entirely worth it. Worth every penny if you haven't got a hand one. If you've got Ortho, put it on a mechanical drive. If you need the space for X-plane, then if it will fit, sorry, I'm just checking pressures and the lights off. Check it. Where can come on. So, have those on auto. RAM wise, probably be okay with 16. Ocean ice. Get those on then. So LNAV, AP1, change 300, select ARM to capture 390. Then we'll climb, even though we're going to lose a little bit of the anti-ice on. Yeah, RAM if you've got 8, single stick of 8, you could add another on the slots. End configuration if you've got. Okay, so 16 gig is fine. To be honest, if that's 16, if that's 2 8s, and you have to go to 2 16s for 32, then I'd probably hold off pretty stable, but unstable, which I disliked. How hard drive for explain. If you could switch. If a lot of that is scenery, it really can go on a mechanical hard drive. It doesn't make any difference in game. It makes your loading times initially longer, but you are wasting expensive storage, etc. If that is on expensive hard drive, it doesn't load any quicker. And I think I read somewhere. Though, for instance, almost saturates X-Plane, which actually makes your frame rates worse because too much data comes into the sim at once. So, in that case, even running it over the network, still certainly quick enough. I think it is the cause of some of the frame drop. Again, I don't think it is because the tiles. So ice caution has gone, so let's pop those off. 280, yeah, depending on your motherboard, if you've only got 2 slots then it's expensive. Otherwise to double 2 slots, 2 8s in, even if they're not perfectly identical, always the dual channel paired up, should be fine. So what are we looking at? 3, 3, oh. Grateful for my 700K non-overclock. Much better than the A400, which was still is arguably quite good CPU. Just doesn't cut the mustard for X-Plane, which is still relatively poorly optimized. And if I could get my hands on decent ITX Z690, I would have 12.6 or 12.700K, although even the 12.400 is meant to be very good. Not again quite cut mustard for X-Plane. To me, my PC does obviously make a difference, but it is speed that's key. Right, so I am getting check fuel alternate message. Reserves, which is 30 minutes, final reserve 393, so because we have put in our alternate, which leaves us with which is twice as much. We have got an extra 2 QS 15 just because traffic was good. Bridge in KONAN, they're in radar. Yeah, hardware is a bit of a nightmare. Hopefully, X-Plane will be better optimized, especially for Baltic. But Austin saying, got the stream, easy bleed. That's all well and good. Don't mind it's 10 utilised. CPU utilized, even though CPU frame time is great. I can live with it. It's just the ROMs. I thought we were basically go to half bank and then that's what we need. And see. Even this aeroplane twitches about as the wind changes. That's interesting. For 2020, so I mean I didn't get bad before. It's 20. very Sims FS 2020 should make better use of multiple, but there's a lot of eye candy going on. Stonking amount of drift, and it's only getting worse like this. So 7.8 climb is 8.2. I always write that down, just pick different options in the sim brief, but it's not always listed flight plan. Flight plan P. So I'm gonna land for 25F, because that takes us to the GA terminal. Go to code 3 Bravo. Two fives. No, it doesn't do those. Do the whole 626, and we can cut in very, very long pipe. Rest of the hour. So we are very light. We should maintain this climb rate, because we're practically empty. Traffic saved to that doesn't save. Maybe it's in the airframe. Thanks very much, Joseph. I do appreciate it. It is laid back, but I'm just sort of maxed out with lack of capacity flying this aeroplane. Unchecked. Good whatever you get up to, and I wouldn't necessarily run back for the landing. Terrible. So here we are over Coxey, which is just coming over the Belgian coast. No invasions allowed. I like the FMS, I just still haven't got used to it yet. The aeroplane doing is that struggling to outcapture? No, because it's Just struggling the last couple of 100 feet. There you go, that heading wasn't bad. So, is this that's online into Langen? Do cover Frankfurt. So, 3275. Tree code slow. This one, I don't think they are cheap, but they are software issue. I was on another window. Frame rate might be doing something as well. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 7. We're going. Frankfurt 18025 is the ATIS. That in. Zero 2. No, 1825. Prefer 25 left if we can get it. And there's an approach, 120.8. Doing at cruise. I have not picked the speed up. So, scroll this down. So we have information Charlie 1620. ILS 5 Charlie 8. Oh, they're using 1.8 for takeoff. 602905. 10k or a few clouds. 1,000 feet. Which is 6034. So ways with it. Change that every time. Fuel's going to be out just because huge amounts of runway. As you can see, that's our actual landing distance, which is a lot. Maybe a little bit heavier. Actually at a step descent. Pop that in. Get it. There are no restrictions on the arrival, so it will send us around. 616 connected. So 626. So that does make sense. Let's just tidy it up. Very much down that way around. One thing I will say about the default X-plane like to the scenery is it's not really that far off. I keep forgetting to figure out how to it's not that far off. What it looks like in reality is just sort of a lit up blur like that rather than individual points of light. So too bad. So we'll just have to remember to west. 5 left. What we'll do is I will set up center. Center, they're both 247. 5 and 15. That's that was not paying attention to anything I was giving it. Both 247, so that is an issue. descent coming up. So the ounces on. So set 230. As you can see, this takes forever, hence why I've asked if you could have thousands. No, it's not realistic, but it would help me out with my hardware. I thought it would do. Takes this long to dial in, of course. So there was a hell of a lot more turns. So it's just a case of swapping those over. The minimums count on 562 F. 564, we'd have to round up to 570, so it doesn't matter. So let's do that. Oh no, wrong one. F's. I've 17. Happy. And at some point, it should start speaking to a German. So RASVO is over here somewhere. Got 58 miles of Schweikable. Even available on this.
Descent flight level 120. Level 120.
London radar fraction 35 Papa, would you flight level 410?
Fraction 35 Papa, Auto identified direct metro VOR. That's Mike Tango Romeo. And descent flight level 110.
Okay, direct to Mike Tango Romeo and descent flight level 110, fraction 35 Papa.
Final 460, on the ground of Frankfurt on with information golf turns to 1
Mannet 460, hello, Golf correct, startup approved, cleared Bournemouth, route 1, Lima departure, flight plan route, initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 2254.
That's clear to Bournemouth via the Rome 1 Lima departure, initial climb is 5,000, and 2254 from the box for now 460.
Pilot 460, read back correct.
Hangar, good evening. Prefect 99. Just past Spikerbore, passing flight level 57, detail flight level 230.
Prefect 99, Hello, Squawk 2157.
Squawk 2157, Prefect 99.
Langudo Finnair 975, passing level 85, climbing 110.
Finnair 975, from identified, climb level 230.
Climbing level 230, Finnair 975.
Prefect 999er, identified direct metro VOR, that's Mike Tango Romeo, and descent flight level 110.
Direct Mike Tango Romeo VOR, descent flight level 110. So let's get that sorted out.
Now it's 40. Did you say the temperature there?
Pilot 460, start up support, call for push please.
Roger, that for now, of course.
So we will take flight level change.
Pilot 460, push back approved.
So that's not in anything. So
Lufthansa 4 Papa Romeo, when ready, descend to reach level 250 at Delta Kilo Bravo. When ready, flight level 250 at Delta Kilo Iberia 36 Kilo Hotel, descend 4,000 feet, the QNH Stuttgart 103.
So I'm actually just looking at the chart to see where it is.
Descend 4,000 feet and QNH Stuttgart is 1034 for Iberia 36 Kilo. Lufthansa 883, contact land data 120 decimal inches. 28 at Aviation.
That's interesting. So let's take the arrival out.
Lufthansa 6 Alpha Whiskey, climb flight level 360. Und Lufthansa 6 Alpha Whiskey, direct Evo Sound.
Actually going to come to speed just to chill out the descent a little bit. And
Flight level 320 and inbound track. Ja, first Lufthansa 9374, leaving airspace, Friedrichshafen ist wie gesagt nicht da, monitor UNOKO, gute Landung, tschüss.
so let's just do
And Turkish 110, confirmed, identified, cleared, Impax 3 Bravo arrival, direct Foxtrot Hotel 612. Okay, sehr gerne, Mr. Bishop, also. Turkish 110, guten Abend, identified, cleared, Impax 3 Bravo arrival,
actually going to bring the medical speed back. 50 miles to go. Speed's a little bit sluggish.
Sorry, sir, push the top button. Repeating, expecting Airbox 3 Bravo arrival, firing at the Foxtrot 613. Function was it? Yep, correct, thank you.
Langen, Manning 346 Mike, run apron 5. Confirm that you have the first start engine here. I can remember doing the clearance.
Manning 346 Mike, confirmed startup was approved. Call for push, please.
Startup approved, we can taxi straight out from where we parked. So if you have to call you for that, 346 Mike.
Yep, perfectly fine, thank you very much. Dann Fraction 35 Papa, expedite descent. Good evening, Lufthansa 5 Charlie, request clearance to passengers. Lufthansa 5 Charlie, hello, Roger, call you back. So I'm clear for the ILS 125, device plus 36 km. After 5 Mike Charlie, runway
Since I want to cut out black.
Start of approved, cleared course, visit for Bravo departure, flight plan route. Climb via set initially 5,000 feet and the squawk 2244. In Western Traffic Charlie, split versus load of runway 25, connection 1034, visit via Bravo. Position 5,000 feet initially at squawk 2244. Ja, das ist 5 Mike Charlie, genau, incorrect, nur keine Transition, sondern Departure, also quasi Visit for Bravo Departure. Aber ich glaube, du meinst richtiger, nicht der korrekte. Der mit Star, richtig, ne? Was mit dann? Basically, Star ist der Standard Terminal Arrival. Star ist das, was du für den Anfang benutzt. Den SID, der Standard Instrument Departure, das ist der, den du meinst. Gott, den meinte ich, sorry. Was mit Charlie? Alles gut, ist nur das Internet, wird nur für immer und ewig gespeichert. Das war Sarkasmus, was es nicht verständlich war. Und dann
Either way, performance is good for both quite long runways.
Lufthansa 6 Alpha Whiskey leaving airspace, Brüssel ist nicht da, Monitor UNOKO, 122, das bedeutet, mach's gut.
So, bring that back. Take 300 just because we still got 75 miles.
Turkish 110.
Back to 500 feet a minute.
High level 100. Descending at the 100 per kilometer. Fraction 35 number, contact Langräder 120 decimal 8, tschüss. 120 decimal 8, fraction 3500. And prefect 99, contact Langräder as well 120 decimal 8, bye bye.
Bang it as well, 120.8, thanks for the service, cheers.
Number 883, descend flight level 70 and turn left heading 220. 883, left 220, descend level 70. Correct, 35 Papa Nugget, hello there, descend in for data, expect that at 25 center. Expect 25 center, fraction 35 number. Ticket 568, proceed direct, let's go, clear the next 25 center. Can't find let's go. Roger, then turn right, heading 240. Heading 240. ILS 25 center. Number 883, speed 220 knots. Using 220 and 280 yeah.
Bang it, good enough. Prefect 99, Challenger 650 information, Delta. With direct Mike Tango Romeo.
Prefect 99, Langen, hello, Number 883, turn left, heading 060.
Which is Metrovia.
Number 886, speed 180 knots until 6 miles per hour. Speed 180 until 6 miles, answer 86. Speed 568, speed 227 knots.
Oh, we should have done this then, shouldn't we? Shouldn't.
Descent
Number
checklist.
883, descent
Shoulder
5,000
harness.
feet, Canadian 1034.
Passenger signs. Pressurization. Fuel quantity and balance.
Speed 568.
We might as well
Speed
swim out.
220 knots. Speed 220
FMS,
knots.
landing data, charts. Approach briefing.
We'll ask if we can swap, we might get given the centre, which 564, so that's fine. 2527.
VNAV transition flight level. Descent checklist complete. In range checklist next.
start preferences?
Good.
3 November Hotel, then Alpha to 5 via Lima and November 5.
Alpha to 5 via Lima and November 5, Lufthansa 3 November Hotel.
So we kind of want to go to the general aviation area. Left turn after landing.
For that, it's 3 turn right, speak about 10.
Side jet 3 right, 110.
There we go. It's the imbalance sorted.
4,000 feet, cadence to flight center.
Right. Zero London. 4,000 feet, cadence to flight center.
Prefect 999, descent flight level 70.
Descent flight level 70, prefect 99.
With the 886 winds 26 over the case 5 knots to flight center, cleared to land.
Clear to land, one with different center, 186.
Speed at 568, speed 180 knots until 6 miles final.
586, speedbird on light low.
Affirm. Speed 180 knots until 6 miles final.
180 knots until 6 miles final.
So I'm going to start bringing the speed back.
Prefect 999, expect that as the front center.
Let's do 5 center, prefect 99. No, that will be far too slow. So,
Prefect Papa descent for 5,000 feet, range 1034.
5,000 feet, unit.
that doesn't seem right. That's cumulative distance, isn't it?
26 over the case 5 knots, runway 25
Bring that speed back.
to land.
Clear to land, runway 25 center, speedbird 568.
Officer 886, indicator stand preferences.
Just any 6 either standard and taxi.
In range checklist.
Yes, sir.
APU.
Indicator stand preferences.
No.
Started.
Officer
Altimeters.
886, taxi to gate Alpha 40,
Avionics.
November 8, November 7.
External lights.
Text to stand Alpha 40 via Lima, November 5 and November 7.
N1 target.
Officer 883, speed 180 knots until 6 miles final.
Speed 180 until 683.
Direction 35, Papa fly heading 110.
Fly heading 110, fraction 3500. Lufthansa 4 Limois, Echo, ready for taxi.
Set.
Officer 4, Lima Echo, taxi to 100 point runway 18 via November 5
APU
and
path
November,
transition.
and November 8. Give way to a Lufthansa, Airbus 320 Neo, crossing left to right.
Avail completed. APU generated.
8 via November 5, November 8,
On.
November 8, give way to
Cats.
Lufthansa 820 Neo from left to right.
Prefect 999, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1034.
Send altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 10, Prefect 9.
Fraction 35 Papa, descent 4,000 feet. Descent 4,000 feet, fraction 35 Papa.
What was I going to do? Lights are on, that was a bit early. Checks.
Your mic is muted, sir. Fraction 35 Papa, speed 220 knots. 220 knots, fraction 35 Papa. Yuling 999, speed 240 knots or less.
240 or less, Prefect 9. Gradually come back to 220. So I find it quite interesting. It's started up, APU gen gets used.
Fraction 35 Papa, turn right, heading 170. Turn right, heading 170, fraction 35 Papa. Prefect 999, turn right, heading 110.
Right, heading 110 degrees, Prefect 9.
Lufthansa 883, wind 260 degrees, 5 knots, 25 center, cleared to land. Lufthansa 883, cleared to land. Prefect 999, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, Prefect 99.
Liquid 568, Victor 171, straight ahead. Sir, please repeat. Stand Victor 171, straight ahead. Victor 171, straight ahead. Fraction 35, Papa, turn right, heading 220, clear LS 25 center. Turn right at 220, clear LS 25 center, fraction 35, Papa. Prefect 999, descent 4,000 feet.
And 4,000 feet, Prefect 99.
Frankfurt, good evening. Lufthansa 192, radio check please. Lufthansa 192, radio 5. Lufthansa 192, is requesting clearance to Geneva, stand Charlie 8 with information Delta. First fraction 35, Papa, speed 180 knots or greater until 6 miles final. 10 knots or greater, so 6 knots, so it's 60 ME, did you say, sir? It's 180 knots or greater until 60 ME, yes. 180 knots or greater until 60 ME, fraction 35, Papa. Lufthansa 192, information Echo, cleared Geneva on AT1 Lima departure, flight plan route, climb by a set flight level 130, squawk 2036. Cleared to Geneva by the AT1 Lima departure, initial flight level 130, squawk 2036. Lufthansa 192, head back correct. Frankfurt approach, good evening, start Turkish 110, descending flight level 100 and inbound Delta Foxtrot 613. Turkish 110 Langen, hello, identified information, Echo, expect LS 25 center. Expect LS 25 center, Turkish 110. Prefect 999, turn right, heading 220, cleared LS 25 center.
Right, heading 220 degrees, cleared ILS 25 center.
In range checklist complete. Before landing, checklist next.
Lufthansa 883, taxi to stand Alpha 34 via Lima, November 8, November 7. Lima, November 8, November 7, Alpha 34, November 8.
Okay, tuned, identified, set.
November Alpha 25 with information echo request clearance to Bremen. November 5 Charlie November Langen hello echo correct cleared Bremen Maroon 3 Whiskey departure flight plan route climb via SID flight level 80 squawk 2032. Center 5 Charlie November is cleared to Bremen by the Maroon 3 Whiskey departure climbing via SID flight level 80 and squawking 2032. For the 5 Charlie November feedback correct, stand up approved, report ready for pushback. Roger. Prefect 999, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, Prefect 99.
For the 4 Lima, you're able to swing around the speed bridge. Say again for 4 Lima 2. Advise able to swing around the speed bridge there. Ja, speed bridge inside, da steht so halb auf Taxiway. Ja, kannst du um den rumfahren oder willst du eine Taxiway haben? Ich fühle mich flexibel, ich komme rum. Alles klar.
So 5,000 is the mist. Capture the glide, to the localizer. We should have found one at this point.
Turkish 110, descent flight level 70. Descending flight level 70, Turkish 110.
IFSW.
35 Papa Pressing crossing about to vacate 2210 degrees 1 knots 25 center clear to land. 25 center pressure 39 Papa.
Managed to get the wrong.
Super 568, thank you, good day. Bye bye.
Whoops. At least I tuned and identified it. That helped. Did say that there were two very close together.
For the 4 Lima Echo, wind 210 degrees 4 knots, runway 18 clear for takeoff. 4 Lima Echo, clear for takeoff, runway 18.
Prefect 99 established ILS 25 center 8 miles.
2500.
Prefect 99 go ahead.
Established ILS 25 center 8 miles.
Perfect, sir. Turkish 110 descent 4000 feet, KNH 1034, turn left heading 340. Descending 4000 feet, KNH 1034, and left heading 340, condition 10.
How embarrassing.
Before landing checklist. Landing gear lever. Down indicating. No steer. Arm centered clear. Anti-skid. Armed tested. Passenger signs. On. Wing cowl anti-ice. Continuous ignition. On. Thrust reversers. Armed. Spoilers. Stowed auto. Flaps.
Prefect 99, wind 210 degrees 4 knots, runway 25 center clear to land.
Clear to land 25 center, Prefect 99.
Correction 35 Papa, indicator steady preferences.
CAS.
Whenever you like, correction 35 Papa. Correction 35 Papa, taxi to gate
Before landing
4 by
checklist
Maneuver
complete. After landing checklist next.
Charlie 4 by Lima, November 3, correction the 4 Lima Echo radar contact 1700 feet.
Go to the 4 Lima Echo.
I was a bit late and a bit of a mess, never mind.
Approaching 2-5 center.
Got it. I just got disconnected. Oh, frame rates.
500.
Not a lot I can do about that, sadly.
Negative 37 at 1,500 feet.
Go around thrust south.
No. Better not. Yes, press the wrong button.
Positive rate.
Flight slow.
The Turkish 110 turn left heading 280, cleared LS 25 center.
Left heading 280, cleared ILS 25 center, thanks so much.
Gear up indicated.
Again, apologies.
Flaps
Prefect
20
99, we had a disconnect and
Prefect 99, then climb flight level 60 and turn right heading 060.
flight level 60, turn right heading 060.
Prefect 99, do me a favor, maintain visual reference to terrain until passing 3000 feet.
Okay, Prefect 99.
Von der 4 Lima Echo and Fort Schlangen offline, Unicorn 128 number.
This is the 4 Lima Echo, Unicorn 122 display, tune on notches.
So pitch, roll, that gives me time to sort this out.
Prefect 99, I expect LS 25 center again.
LS 25 center again, Prefect 99.
ILS first short runway 25 center, thanks so much.
Turkish 110, thank you. Contact question negative, wind 210 degrees, 4 knots, runway 25 center, clear to land.
In contact with runway 25 center, thanks so much.
Prefect 99, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220, Prefect 99.
Papa, you missed, you went one to left too early. Now take right turn on the runway and never retrieve.
Sorry, November 3, sorry.
Nothing to the left. Prefect 99, descent 5,000 feet, get range 1034.
At altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1034, Prefect 99.
Frankfurt, good evening. You've been exported for this 8 instance, Victor 170, with information echo on board, with accurate place.
Links 474 Langen, hello, echo correct. The 8 is not online anymore, so you're cleared Dresden, Zulu 3 Sierra departure, flight plan route, climb by exit 4,000 feet, squawk 2033. clear to Dresden via 30 departure, fly miles at 4,000 feet, walk 2033, moving. 474, reflector right. Prefect 999, descent 4,000 feet.
Then 4,000 feet, prefect 99. It's actually 1-4 for the approach.
Set go around thrust.
No.
Flaps 20.
Lufthansa 5, Charlie November Langen. Go ahead, Lufthansa 5, Charlie November. Recleared flight level 7, so that's first level. Roger, flight level 7, so Lufthansa 3,
Before landing checklist. Landing gear level.
After setting your squawk, your push is approved. Roger, Lufthansa 5, Charlie November. Prefect 999, turn right, heading 230, clear the left 25 center.
Right, heading 230 degrees, cleared ILS 25 center.
Prefect 999.
Go ahead.
You want to park next to the French?
Could we go over to the general aviation terminal south side?
Roger, then expect the visual swing over 25 left.
Make the visual swing 25 left, prefect 9. We did in the first place. So, heading out capture, hopefully around here, okay. Miles out. Didn't need to come down that quickly. So keep 200 knots. So flaps 20. Was a glide slope armed? Come alive enough. Something a bit cheeky, shall we?
Lufthansa 160, flight altitude is 190, inbound Frankfurt, ILS approach
Glide
is
slope capture.
rallies 30.
Lap 1 set, and then we'll sidestep. That's interesting.
Closing to Unicom 128.
Unicom 122.8.
Runway 25 center, located where Lima 10, structure 10. Prefect 999, resume normal speed.
Free speed, prefect 99.
To jet, cushion Turkish 110, taxi to gate Alpha 40 via November 8, November 7. Taxi to gate Alpha 40 via November 8 and November 7, junction 10. Building 474, ready for takeoff. And that station again.
2500.
Building 474, ready for taxi. Wings 474, taxi to the point runway 18 via Lima.
See the frame rate tanking. Ideal.
Prefect 999, do you have 25 left inside?
Sorry, say again, Prefect 99.
Do you have 25 left inside?
A firm visual, 25 left.
Prefect 999, in case of missed approach, climb straight at 5,000 feet, cleared visual approach 25 left.
Missed approach straight ahead 5,000 feet, cleared visual approach 25 left, Prefect 99, thanks. So, with that in mind, what I might do, swap the nav, let the aeroplane do it anyway. Maintain the glide.
November, holding point to Vastana via November 5, Lima, Lima 6.
Aeroplane straight through the glide.
No steer up. Arm centered clear. Anti-skid. Hardened tested. Passenger signs. On. Wing cowl anti-ice. Continuous ignition. Set FMS nav. On. Thrust reversers. Armed. Spoilers. Stowed auto. Flaps.
That was a disaster. I thought the aeroplane would at least.
1,000.
Prefect 999, wind 21 over the gates for us, runway 25 left, clear the land.
25 left, clear time, Prefect 99.
Set.
And do me a favor, vacate via Romeo 13, not Romeo 11, Romeo 13.
Romeo 13 will try Prefect 99.
Approaching 25 left.
Oh, disconnected again. This is a disaster. We're properly unstable.
Too high. Too high. Too high. Too high.
So my throttle was at idle. Aeroplane was not doing it. Due to the tragic performance, we're just going to go all the way around. Right, flight director off. Switch the naps on.
Before landing.
Set FLC 200 knots.
After landing, checklist next.
Ready for immediate return checklist.
Oh, the checklists are all over the place. Turned you off. Not my day. Let's actually come back to 4. And we're just going to have to sort ourselves out, unfortunately.
After landing checklist. Landing, pulse, before landing checklist complete. Before landing checklist. Landing gear lever.
I could have probably done that visually. It would have been a much better idea. The pilot would. capture quite happily. It did not. So 6 DME, it can be above. Flap. So there isn't really a lot I can do about being disconnected, unfortunately. I don't think, anyway. So from the south, what's it? 6777, something like that. Too long. Oh dear, miles out. It's 562. Put it up. Tuned, identified. Third time lucky. 870 on the fuel. Probably not enough to go to our alternate, but it's only my incompetence preventing us from landing here. Go localizers alive. See the airplane capture that. Doesn't particularly well, if you ask me. It's a 30-degree intercept, it should be able to handle that. Oh look, here we are, we could have done it visually.
Down, anti-skid. tested. Passenger signs. On. Wing cowl anti-ice. Continuous ignition. On. Thrust reversers. Armed. Spoilers. Stowed auto. Flaps. Cats.
1000.
Before landing checklist complete. After landing checklist next.
Right, let's see if we can manage this. You can see the frame rate starting to tank. Can't have gone offline, it must be real.
Approaching 25 left.
That's a bit better, isn't it? Dear oh dear.
Approaching minimums.
So it feels slow.
Too low. Terrain.
Not. Why we drifted off there, I'm not sure.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, 1, 2. The reversers work. They just don't go to full. Where did he want us to vacate? Romeo 1-3, that's on the left down here somewhere. Easily make that. Have to manually put the ground support. So, come off here like this, not like that. Would have been nice if we could, now the frame rate's back.
After landing checklist. Landing, pulse, recog lights.
Have to do it.
Off. Anti-collision lights. Off. Continuous ignition. Off. Windshield heat. Off. Probes. Off. Wing anti-ice. Off. Cowl anti-ice. Spoilers. Stowed. Flaps.
Oh, I've got to do those as well, have I?
ATC TCAS. Alt on. Radar mode. Standby. After landing checklist complete. Engine shutdown checklist next.
Guess he doesn't do my one. Right, let's find somewhere to park over here. I guess we come in.
Engine shutdown checklist. Taxi lights.
Now this is interesting. Don't know how well modeled this is. It is. I should have followed that one. Out that way. Oh, so now we're facing the wrong way. Right, those charts were particularly clear, so let's dump on any one of these we can. Do us so much easier in reality when you're marshalling.
Off. Parking brake.
Set that in a moment once I get us on stand. Not great. A bit of a nightmare today. Go around again, shall we? Otherwise, when we come back later, it'll be faster. Let's go over here and pick this circle. It's on a turn. Actually, need to turn off. So this is 401.
Set. Reverse thrust. Stowed. Generators 1 and 2.
Oh, I've got to do that.
Off. Engine 2 shut down. Fuel boost pumps. Off. Fuel system. Engine 1 shut down. Check ITT below 350 degrees Celsius. Anti-ice. Off. 14th stage. Off. Beacon. Off. No steer. Off. ATC TCAS. Parking brake if chocked.
Why don't we get the chocks?
Passenger signs. Off. Cabin differential. 0 psi.
Yep.
Engine shutdown checklist complete. Securing checklist next.
So, let's the door. May not fly again as soon as this has taken so long. So we may go tomorrow to Geneva, or maybe somewhere nice. Just say the client's plans have changed, shall we? These would still probably be. I'm going to pop the nose pin in just in case. Hitting the wrong button. Go near the AP when it's still on. And then I'll have a think about how we did on fuel. Should have diverted. But like I said, he committed down to skill rather than being external.
Secure and checklist. Emergency lights. AC-DC utility switch. Headsets. Thrust reversers. Chocks. Parking brake.
Off.
Hydraulic pumps. Nav lights, logo light. APU generator.
We will turn that off in a moment. That.
APU start stop.
That.
Packs. LCV 10th stage isolation valve. APU power fuel. ICAS APU gauge. Battery master.
So I find it interesting that he doesn't go through. So I'm going to take the gen offline. And then you can't do any more, which is weird. Anyway, welcome to Frankfurt. Like I say, after that disaster, it does not bode well. Let's do a nice flight tomorrow with some Ortho and everything else. It might be a morning flight. Chamonix, Sion, or somewhere interesting like that. But for now, guys, apologies for that disaster. Embarrassing. Shut the airplane up for the night. And grab some dinner. And I probably won't see you again. But if I don't, thanks very much for watching with that disaster. Have a look and see what Valanta said. Touchdown. .318, it didn't feel that bad. Let's get some grease, butter for this aeroplane. See how we do tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed laughing at my tragic attempts to get us on the ground. Look after yourselves, stay safe. Until next time, bye for now.